can't figure out how to make that happen. Damn it. I'm trying for an intro video. It just is not. It's not going my way, but whatever. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. How are you this morning? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Let's pull a collective card for everybody. Good morning, the Silly Rabbit. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't been on in a while, to be fair. I haven't been on a whole lot just this past week. I've gotten on a couple times. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's pull a collective card for everybody. Let's start off that way this morning. I was outside in the mud because we're in Ohio and it's almost March. So it's mud season here in Ohio. It's great. It's better than snow. Good morning, Debbie Hagan. Good morning, LP. Good morning, Carol. And I have this mare. First of all, let's pull a card. Not that card. We're going to pull this card. Okay. Always prepared. Oh, good. This is a great topic. Always prepared. Are we always prepared? This card, and I know I can read what it says. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all that you need. Good morning, Susie. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. So, I've got mail. Who is this? LP. You mailed me. I will look. Oh, I do have mail. You hear my thing going, okay, you've got mail. But the thing I want to say with this particular card is always be prepared, but don't fixate on making everything perfect. That is kind of the message I get from it. I know what I read. Good morning, Meredith. I know what I read, right? We can read off the back of the card, or we can read from the book. However we do it is fine. There's no judgment against how anybody reads. But I'm taking that card a step beyond that and saying, don't feel like you have to make sure everything in life is perfect. If you work and work and work for perfection, you're missing out on the little joys, right? So make sure you are enjoying everything as it goes along and have good balance. Sometimes it's hard to find good balance. How are you guys on balance when it comes to fun and all that stuff? How are you guys on balance? Some days I struggle. Most days I struggle. I'm working on it though. I'm always a work in progress, and I'm okay with that. Some days are harder than other days to make sure we keep our balance, but please make sure you try to keep balance in your life and don't try to make everything so perfect, because it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. You're working on balance? Good. This card's for you, silly rabbit. I was like, I pulled this card, but who's this card for? It is the sea turtle. I love the energy of the water that's behind this. And it's one of those things that you're easing into something new. Oh my gosh. You're easing into something new. So don't rush yourself. Just kind of enjoy that moment. And I know LP's like, wow. Like, did you message me? Hi, Lisa Phillips. No, it was the ding of the phone. You want water. I understand. And this is a truly, truly beautiful card. So make sure protect your time. Protect your time. I guess I leave my shelf up. Leave my shelf up that 2 inches. My shelf up that 2 inches. I'm trying to figure it out, Meredith. So, silly rabbit. Give yourself some grace. And that water is all about emotion too. So it doesn't feel right, don't do something. If you're trying to move forward in life and you're not giving enough slack and something doesn't feel like you should be doing it, then don't do it. I think of Finding Nemo with the sea turtle, right? It's a beautiful deck of cards. This deck of cards is one of my favorite card artists, is Jody Bergsma. And this is the second deck I have from her. And then the first deck is it's my go-to deck. It's been my go-to deck for probably, oh, you said it doesn't need to be perfect. No, it doesn't need to be perfect. For probably the last 15 years, my go-to deck is right here. It is the Magical Time Empowerment Cards by Jody Bergsma. Really, really great deck of cards. I just ordered a bunch of new cards for the store, and those will be in the next couple days. Kind of excited about that. But this deck of cards is all about, I like cards that help people feel like they can achieve more. When I pull out the tarot, it's because my guides say, hey, this person needs to hear something a little bit more to the point. They need to hear some harsh realities, something along those lines. So that's when I pull out the tarot cards. But I do love the Jody Bergsma cards because they are encouraging. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Can you guys share with a group or invite a friend, and we'll I'm gonna do a reading for somebody. It's that 10 a.m. Nobody wants to be up. I was out feeding horses this morning, cleaning stalls. Talk about grounding. And so we have a mare that's due, and I have to go buy a new camera for her today to put on her stall. She is due in a week. So I'm on full watch for her right now. They don't have a due date. 2 weeks on the other side. So I have to go get a new camera, and that will be up on our web pages today so people can watch the feed and hopefully be lucky enough to catch her actually foaling. Horses foal very quickly when they are, there's like 3 stages of labor, and I'm watching for the first stage right now. So as we progress, I will let people know. But right now we're watching for her sides have dropped, and we're getting into that first stage of labor. So the next stage will be she starts to wax up, and then the third stage of labor, believe it or not, you guys, for horses takes usually less than a half an hour for them to. That's why horse owners mostly miss foaling. Like a lot of people don't catch it unless you're really hypervigilant. Like me, I think we've had something close to 40 babies on the farm over the years, and we've only missed like 2 or 3. I used to have to sleep in the barn on hay, and now I don't. I have a camera. Okay, let's see. I'm going with LP. LP. Yes, I do. I will address that, Susie. Absolutely. LP, let's see what the cards have to say for you. You need some gentle encouragement. Obviously, yeah. So Susie says, I've noticed that a lot of people's energies are discombobulated right now. Energy is shifting. It is, yes, it's across the board. It is across the board. It is a thing. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. This is actually, I love this deck because it also is very clear. Good morning, Kat. So LP, I want to talk about some things that you have very, like, this is the way it's going to be, and that's all the way it is going to be, and not being very flexible to other people bringing in different ideas, or other people having something to say about the way you run something or the way you do something. Good morning, Karen Martin. And that's that first card, that flexibility card. Isn't that a beautiful card? This is also about water, right? So it's about that emotional, this is the way it's going to be. This is my way. And somebody coming in and saying, but let's do something a little bit different. And it is very hard for empaths. I agree. This is the way it's been. I understand. Change where you put your coffee pot, or something that you do on on a regular basis. You need to create some shift in your patterns during the day. And because you have certain expectations of how your day is going to go, right? You go like, well, I'm going to go into my day and I know exactly what's going to happen because this is the way I do it and that's the way it's always done. And as an example, I say move your coffee pot, but if you move your coffee pot, this is disruptive. Believe it. Believe changing where your coffee pot is disruptive because for a couple weeks, you're going to keep going back to the way you normally did it, right? But also what this does is when you change something like this, it creates different pathways in the brain, and the brain actually builds new neural nets. New neurons are created when you create a change in your pattern. So I highly recommend doing that because you need some shaken up energy. Yes, change the energy. Because here's what's happening by not, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Diana, Nightfall, Nancy. You're stopping new things to coming in. You have these new things you want, but by not creating the change to make it happen, you're not allowing that to flow. So it's time to start breaking up some patterns and trying to find different ways to do things. Absolutely. We can be, master manifestors, you guys, when you run across somebody that's really good at manifesting, this is a great thing, right? Unless you're not paying attention to what you're manifesting. And sometimes we manifest all the wrong things, or we manifest steady goes the race. So shake up your energy, put out there what you want to the universe, and then start doing the things that are going to bring that in. I hope that's helpful. You definitely have some patterns that need shaken up. All right, everybody, if you are new, comfort and change, good. If you are new to our little gathering of fun people here, I will tell you that you can find us on, make sure you like or share the page, invite a friend. We are a hell of a lot of fun. I'm Lisa Fry of My Mystical Life, and the Mystical Moons in Defiance, Ohio. We have a physical crystal store there, and as well as you can find it at mymysticallife.com or themysticalmoons.com. We have a clearance sale coming up on Saturday or Friday evening. I haven't decided yet, but if you watch the page, I'll put an event up here in the next, what is today? Oh, today's Thursday. I better get on that. No, maybe I'll wait till next week. Anyhow, no, I can't do it next week. Look at me. This is my brain. Anyhow, Saturday evening, I'm going to do a clearance sale. Sam's probably going to be working it over one of our kids' houses. I'm so sorry. Lisa has asking for prayers for her friend, the stage 4 cancer, Christine, sending her wonderful energy. Absolutely. We have planned Sedona, you guys. So as we talk about the things that we do, we are a group of people that grow together. We are a psychic development community, a community of teachers and sharers and growers. And so it's everywhere from, we have archaeologists all the way to herbologists in our group, and we all share information. Love you a sale. This will be a strictly clearance sale. We put new stuff out last time, Jansen. This next one will be a clearance sale. I am determined to clean out the cabinet. So over the next couple months, there will be some deep, deep discount clearance sales because crystals in the cabinets do us no good, right? And we have thousands of crystals in the cabinet. Thousands of them. So to be able to keep bringing in new crystals, if nobody's been in this, if you haven't been in the store, we have so many crystals. We have a whole wall, probably 30-foot wall of wall. Okay, anyways, moving on. We have booked Sedona for September 11th through 15th. We have already sold a lot of spaces. So the casitas are already sold out, you guys. And the casitas are like little mother-in-law cabinet places. So we're selling out pretty quick on those. Do we have a smoky quartz orb for you? We have the most beautiful smoky quartz sphere that We have several, actually. Silly Rabbit. You can message me and I can pull them out and show them to you. Because they're not all in the cap, all in. Well, they no, they're all in the store. All you have to do is look up at Smoky Quartz. We have some really beautiful ones with some incredible rainbows. Anyhow, moving on. So many beautiful shiny things. Absolutely. Okay. Let's move on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Good morning. Jasmine, it's going to be clearance. Yep, it's going to be clearance. Have you seen Spiderweb Obsidian? It's so pretty. It's hard to tell, Diana, because they put so many different names on things, right? They put so many different names on things. I'd have to look. I'd have to see it. Okay. Let's go with we're going to go with Lisa Phillips. You also need a selenite bowl. How big of a bowl? I'm trying to think on that. Good morning, everybody. Lisa Phillips. This is for Lisa Phillips. Lisa, the first thing I want to say is make sure you're saying everything. Good morning, Billy Ann. How are you this beautiful morning? I sent you a message. Lisa Phillips, I want to say you need to say everything you need to. Like your throat chakra, it needs to be a little bit more vocal. You need to be speaking about some things that are a huge influence in your life. A soup bowl or a fruit bowl. I will tell you what. That's a couple weeks away. I don't know that I have one that big right now, but I might. Is the discussion on paranormal activity on haunting? It's Saturday evening, 4 to 6. Jansen, 4 to 6 on Saturday. The haunting discussion at the store. So Lisa Phillips, make sure you're talking about everything that you need to say. Say the things you need to say. Don't hold everything back. Sometimes, we know we have to. No, not that one. Okay. But I feel like you have some things to say in life right now that I feel like you should be singing. And and I'm not talking about like singing. I'm talking about you should be just vocalizing some really beautiful things. I'm not sure what they are, and I can't tell you that. That's not how I read. I'm not going to be here and stand over my crystal ball and go, oh, I know everything, because most of the time during the day I'm living my muggle life, right? This is my intuition time. This is my fun time. But Gloria Reyna, good morning. So good morning, Tanya. So Lisa Phillips, say the things that feel important. You're doubting yourself a little too much on some things, and remember, everything we do, especially on this side of life, on the intuitive side of life, she's like squirrel. This is supposed to be joyous and fun. This is supposed to be joyous and fun. We're not supposed to be all, oh, I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that. We should be laughing. We should be enjoying life. And when we have intuition come across, as long as we're sharing it with people that we know are open and receptive to it, and we are not violating their personal energetic field, right? I really feel like this has to do with your friend. Then share what you need to say. And what is it you have planned for your future? Are you looking for something to do in life that is going to take you farther? Are you going to start reading in public? Have you thought about that? Because I know Tanya's like, it's good to see you in the morning again. I'm like, it's good to be on. It's nice to you hear illness and death. Let's talk about how to change the way we look at that, right? I put it right under my thing. Okay. Instead of illness and death, think of it as challenge and rebirth. Think of it as challenge and transition, however you want to put it. All right. Good morning, everybody. If you think of it as illness and death, it drags you down too, right? But think of it as challenge and rebirth or transition. So this past 2 weeks ago, we've Sam and I have been offline for a month and a half. It's been a while. We've been running back. That is awesome, Lisa. She's teaching, and so you speak in public a few times a week. Okay, good. So where is the lid for this? Oh, there it is. When my father passed away, it was probably one of the most horrific experiences that I have ever experienced, and it was just really, really bad. The way he passed and how much pain he was in. And that's not me saying that for pity at all. It's been a couple years now, but I did have some really sleepless nights about it. And then we transitioned over to Sam's father passing, and he had cancer for 4 years. And I'm talking about that transition, right? I'm talking about that transition, how we can change the way we look at it. And he waited until his stepson, everybody had come in, the boys, drove up from here up to Michigan, and he got to see everybody he wanted to see. And I have never, of course, he's only the second person I've ever experienced pass away, but he just fell asleep. He had already done all of his work, seen everybody he wanted to see, and he just fell asleep. It was the most peaceful thing. We were all sitting there, and it was like relief. So sometimes when we think of illness and death, you have to really change the way you're looking at it. Because what happens on the other side of that? What happens for people that do this type of work and we encounter souls that have passed, it's a different perspective. It's a different perspective when they can come across and go, you know what, I'm good. I learned all my lessons. I'm here to support other people now. I was in life for XYZ. This is why I was here. And we go through all of those things and we see how people move forward. It's amazing. So don't think of it as negative. Think of it as an opportunity to see and help somebody move forward. I hope that's helpful. I'm off my soapbox now. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. There's people that are called to do death doula work. That's their job, is they go in and they help people with that transition. It's easy to forget that in certain situations. It absolutely is, Lisa. I totally understand that. Sometimes we just go, it's a shit show. And I totally get that. And I think, especially in your friend's case, and she's in stage 4 cancer, her friend's name's Christine, you guys, and Lisa would appreciate some wonderful prayers for her. The struggle's real, right? The struggle is, and as a friend watching, it's really, really hard. It's harder to be her, but you want to be there for her as well. Okay, moving on. I think you're absolutely amazing. I think you should consider reading in public. Anyhow, moving on. What did we have? Last night's class was with Sylvia. I have not put that up in the library yet. Friday, we will resume having the guided meditation recordings up. And Mr. Fry will be doing a healing session the second Saturday of, it'll be up, the recording will be up the second Friday of next month. Okay. You've been looking into that and bouncing the idea around. You've been called to do death doula work, but have no idea where to start. Is there anyone in the membership? Absolutely. Jasmine, I would ask, Jasmine, you're in the private membership group, right? On Facebook? You've joined that group again? People miss that part of all the emails when they start coming out for people. I need to add another one that be like, hey, everybody, don't forget to join this. Because we've moved away from the Kajabi community over to the Facebook community on in our private group because there was a lot less engagement there. Okay, moving on, you guys. Let's see. Can I have a whoop whoop in the room? Let me see who is here, and we will move forward. You were lost, but now you're found. Donna, I think I'm going to get a haircut. I keep saying this. It's cold. Okay. I'm not doing an update. You can't make me. Well, I guess I can. No, you haven't yet. Okay. My Mystical Life private community, Jasmine, and I'll send you a email for it as well. Sandy Sargent. Did I hear you're taking a trip? Let's see. Let's go with Karen Martin. Karen Martin, I want to talk to you really quickly about. Oh, Karen, do you feel spirit around you? Do you have weird dreams? Like, do you feel spirit around you? I get this, like, this energy right here. I get, wonder what you do. Are you an intuitive? Karen Martin, are you an intuitive? I have reasons for asking. You've booked a Cuba trip. How cool. I would love to go to Cuba and see all the old cars and just all the flair of it. Cool. That's awesome. Congratulations. If anybody's interested in being in a community of incredible people, the code over here, right there, you can scan that. A quick trip this weekend to visit my aunt. Cool. Yes, you have strange dreams. So I want to talk about channeling. As I look at your little tiny little picture here, I get this, when I channel, I get a sensation. So each type of work that I do, we get a different, like, quadrant. But when I channel, my jaw tightens and my mouth waters. I know it sounds really silly, but that's exactly what I picked up when I looked at your picture. And I also get this feeling in the back of my head. Now, when I get that, I know somebody's getting ready to have what we call 2x4 therapy. 2x4 therapy is that, oh shit moment where we start getting really, really strong messages because we're ignoring messages from spirit. And as I'm talking about this for you, I am getting it like in the back of the head. They're going, she's just not listening to all the messages that are being given to you. Spirit is laying things in front of you. You're clairaudient, your internal dialogue, their messages for you within your self-talk. But write down their dreams. Please write down your dreams. Start a dream journal. The more you do that, well, this really depends on what you want to do. If you want to not work intuitively, but pick up more intuitive messages to use throughout the course of your life, that's how you do it. You start communicating with your guides more because they're already communicating with you. You just have to be able to pick up that mantle and understand. Vicky McHale and the crowd goes wild. You have to understand that they're actually talking to you. They're bringing you information and you're kind of just stepping away from it and ignoring it a little bit. You're not noticing. And don't worry, everybody does it. We are usually not taught that we are that close to spirit, or that we are capable of connection like that. But Your frequencies are off the chart, ready to accept information if you'll just take it. And learn how to identify what is communication and what is not. Dreams in the dream realm are your jam. And see, here's me. I'm not, we all do something different. And Vicky is one of our teachers. She is a human design teacher, but she also likes the dream realms, working with dream work and stuff like that. And myself personally, I don't work in dream unless I'm working within shamanic healing sessions where I'm doing dream work. So for myself, I hope that makes sense to you, Karen. Pay attention to your self-talk. If you're saying me and I, you're talking to yourself. If you're talking to yourself and you say you and we, you're talking to somebody else. You're talking to a guide. That was the most mind-blowing revelation to me at one point in time in my life. I was like, what? Lisa's, I just got a download for what I need to say. It's not to Christine. It's to my failing uncle and godfather. I'm going to pen a letter and plan a visit. He's in New Jersey, a few hours away. I'm glad you understand the message, Lisa. All right, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let me see who is here. Is the song "The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow" relevant to anybody? Because I'm not. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow will be sun. Oh my goodness. I don't know the song. I am going with... It annoys you. I know it's been playing in my head for like the last hour, Vicky, so yeah. Here comes the sun. And now Rishi's singing Here Comes the Sun. Great. He's in the other room. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Nightfall vibes. This is for you. Ooh. Interesting. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. So do you know you have everything you need? Is it an Annie? I've never seen Annie. I'll come back to that. Look at you guys. It's like, name that tune. Nightfall vibes. I want to talk about your everything. Like, you have everything you need to survive, everything you need to thrive, everything you need to be excellent and excel and all that, right? But you don't recognize that within yourself. I think that over time, and this is one of those moments where you have so much available to you, so much in front of you. But if you are, here's was Billy, don't be a hero. Yeah. Okay, let me come back. I had a squirrel. So Nightfall vibes, you have everything you need. But I believe that you're listening to something in your brain that you were told many, many years ago that isn't relevant anymore. And you need to get out of that. You need to get out of that. Quit listening to something somebody told you so many years ago that is not who you really are. Just because when we're kids, we're told, um, uh, kids are seen and not heard, or whatever. Or my favorite, when I was a kid, I was never called by my name. I was always called Pudge. And so most of my life I've lived in that mentality, right? That I've always just been heavy. And of course now I am heavy, but I've kind of stepped away from that's the thought from why I have that issue. But favorite line from the movie Squirrel. So life patterns run from something we learn when we're very young. We're taught. That's what generational learning, right? This is why I'm saying this. Because the first card I have for you is the Magician reversed. It's like you have all of your personal power that is disengaged in this one area by something you were told when you were younger. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I've done shadow work and I've done soul retrieval and I've done all this and da 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 da. And we're always working on stuff. Always things always come up. So you may not know what I'm talking about, and that's totally fine. But you have a lot of things coming up that are wonderful for you. I need you to step beyond what you think you're capable of and set yourself some really, really high, lofty goals. Set yourself some lofty goals and give yourself credit to move forward. Because, I mean, you have the chariot behind you, but there's a lot of doubt there too. So give yourself some credit, move forward on some, and this may not make sense to you right now, but they had me call the tarot out. So I'm like, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm holding you one more card. And you have someone in the back that goes, you're magical. Do you feel magical? I'm going to say no. Disengaged. There's a disengagement there. I think that you're capable of so much more. You can give yourself loftier goals and just make them happen because you're totally capable of it. Totally capable of it. And if you feel like you're doing great, set yourself a higher goal. Set yourself a higher goal. Good morning. Okay, I missed some things. What do we do if we don't hear me or I or we, but we think something in our mind and kind of answer our own questions matter of factly? Generally, that's going to be guidance. Like you think, why I'm nervous in your mind, and then you answer your own question. Answer is because you are XYZ. Yeah, probably guidance. Your uncle was Billy. You played that record until it wore out. Lisa Phillips says, that's why in my head, no matter what I weigh, I'll always be the fat girl. It happens, right? So we need to let that shit go. I look back at photos. Matter of fact, Sam and I were looking back at some photos he had saved. I was in Flag Corps marching, and I was a twig. I was a twig. I didn't meet the adult's idea of what skinny was at that time, but I was a twig. And I'm kind of vocal about that with my parents. I'm like, what the hell? What's wrong with you people? Okay. You used to sing that song to my mom all the time as a child, just thinking about tomorrow. Take away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there is none. Also, somewhere over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow is a really big one that my guides come across with a lot, and that is, it's an interesting. My guides work really interestingly through songs and movie references and stuff like that. So a lot of times it's just a mixed bag of whatever we have come across. Good morning. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? And could you share to a group or a friend or a whatever or somebody? I finished a table. I have to mail my table out today. You and your brother, my brother and sister were each a 28-inch waist. Don't you just love people? Interesting. Interesting. Lori Robinson. Lori Robinson. Oh, crud. The propane people are here. Is the truck going to be in the way? Okay. Okay. Lori Robinson. So, Lori, I'm wondering how you handle the life's up and downs. How are you handling like the February energy? It's very dynamic energy right now. We're having a lot of, and they show me an arpeggio for you. And when I get an arpeggio like this, I know that that means people do this up and down thing a lot in their life, and they're like, "Oh, everything's really great," and then shit, and then everything's really great, and then shit. And sometimes it's harder to handle those shit moments. Hi, Donna Marie. We struggle with that. I hope they can get over there. Um, Making sure that's not them messaging us saying, um, no. Okay. I have to also manage the store, so I'm taking care of that too. I get messages from Ashley in the morning, so I have to make sure. Okay. Um, so I want to talk about your connection because I pick up a scent, all right, which is a clear alien thing. Good morning, husband. And I know that you are followed very closely by spirit. I know you have a lot of guardian energy with you. So the moments that you feel down, and for those that don't know what an arpeggio is da 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 da. It's a musical practice thing. I love it. Jansen says, "Shit moments are just fertilizer for growth." Yes, they are. So as um as you are hitting those lower moments where you're like, "What the heck did I do?" Just know that you are totally protected, totally guided, and you have a really interesting guide. And I'm going to say that it might even just be a past loved one. I'm going to say that it is paternal. Somebody from the paternal side of the family keeps their hand on your shoulder every once in a while. So they're almost there to just be like, "Okay, I've got you. Don't worry about it. You have a really great protector with you." So if you're ever feeling down, you're feeling low, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling like, ugh, right? Point yourself up to the positive moments because that's the way you're going to go. That's where you're going to go. You've scheduled some really intense lessons in this lifetime. You've scheduled some really intense lessons in this lifetime. You're looking for growth. And that's why they're talking about the ups and the downs throughout the course of life. And it doesn't have to be like right now. You have a lot of spiritual energy. So just and they actually give me this is interesting. I've never seen this card before. They're talking about cycles. I think that you only have 2 or 3 lifetimes left after this one. I think you only have a couple left. Yeah. And you know what I noticed about this card? I noticed the 3 degrees of shadow. That's what I noticed about this card. Coming to completion, like maiden, mother, crone, bringing all those energies together into that elder. And they're like, you only have so many left. That's why you've planned yourself some really intense life lessons this time. I wouldn't be surprised if you, on a soul level, had really intense connections to Greece and Rome and Nordic traditions. They're giving me old tradition locations. And really, is Greece and Rome really old in regards to the lifespan of our planet and the connectivity that we have within the collective consciousness? Oh, for Lord. Collective consciousness with how many generations of humanity are laying underneath what we know as our current reality. My God, you're like, Lisa, meditate. Um, because according to my guides, there are 6 layers of humanity that have been the building blocks of where we are today, that reside underneath our feet as relics and as ruins. We are one big, I don't want to say experience after another. You must have been drinking or maybe lost a bet when you chose your life lessons. Lisa Phillips, I think you're doing fabulous. I think you're doing fabulous. Some lives we look at them, we have to look at them as, wow, I learned a lot there. Do I have any classes coming up? I had somebody ask me about mediumship classes. Are you local to Defiance, or are you, would it be online? It was a picture of a pregnant woman. It absolutely was. The cycles card, Lori, was absolutely the picture of the pregnant woman. You're right. Online. We do have classes coming up. We do. I was thinking about this yesterday. I have struggled, and I've struggled to get it all put together. But yes, we will be doing an online. We'll be doing an online class. You just have to be patient with me. I'm want to sue your. Vicky says, want to sue your spirit guides for selling you down the river with this incarnation's life contract? Call the law offices of We Givin' Shits and join the class action lawsuit. You may be eligible for compensation. Vicky, that's fabulous. That's fabulous. I will put so if you make sure you guys follow the webpage, follow our Facebook page. We're on YouTube as well. If you follow those, that's where I'll put the announcements about classes on. Events go through there as well. It's just a matter of getting our shit together, getting my shit together. Sam's back home working now, so that's going to be easier. Ta-da! That's so funny, Vicky. That's so funny. I used to do that for Bill when I cook, every day that I cook, because I don't generally cook. I cook more in Texas than I ever have. And I would cook him dinner. I'd put it in front of him and go, ta-da! That's just funny. I'm sorry. And for anybody that watched Bill online, it's so funny. I had somebody being shitty with me that is a relative of his, very close relative of his, that I don't have to take shit from, because I've been helping this person and they've been giving me shit. Like, I'm not doing enough. And this person was F-bombing me like how I wouldn't have it the other day. And normally I don't take that. Okay. Because no. And this guy just kept going and going and going. And my phone. So who on here has seen the video of what happened when we were spreading Bill's ashes, which has never happened again, or had never happened before. But as this person was F-bombing me on the phone, my phone glitched like in a big way and went, and I was like, oh yeah, you're pissing off Bill. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. It was interesting. And of course, I didn't catch it on recording because I was talking to somebody on the phone. But I heard it and I knew it. And I thought, oh shit. Don't piss off Bill. Okay. Moving on. Oh, there is thank you. The guy with the bill. The very large propane bill. Gotta love living in the country. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room, please? Moving on. And Richie's snoring in the living room. Can anybody hear that? He has really, really messed up his back, so he's working on that. We scheduled him, or he scheduled a massage, and he's like, I don't understand how this can help. And I'm like, just trust me. Just trust me. Okay. Everybody. Okay. Oh, shit. Here we go. This is for Vicki McHale. Vicki McHale, a resident comedian. She's hysterical, you guys. She is like a jack of all trades. She really is. Diana's back. Hey, Roro Flowers. What a lovely day. That's the name. I don't have tarot cards. I have none in front of me. I don't. I have them, but my guides went, let's do funny. Oh yeah, that's absolutely you. Mm-hmm. You have something new coming in, Vicki. Good luck. Really? No. Shit. Okay. One tarot card. Just one. Just one. Just one. Sorry. But this one, they're like, there's something new coming in, and I'm not sure that you're recognizing it as something that is just a pattern that you should be paying attention to. But the first card that I have, oh, come on. Quit fighting me. Okay. You're overthinking something a little bit. You're thinking some overthinking. Hi, Lizzie Ann. So the first card I have for you is Third Eye, and they're talking about, of course, it's reversed, and they're saying you have something coming in, but you're probably not noticing it or recognizing it as intuition. And they're like, you're overthinking it just a little bit because it seems logical. It seems logical, but it is something that is being given to you from spirit. See, that was a nice card. That was a nice card. All right. And then they talk about your goal in life is to have one good pattern. Well, they talk about you being this person, right? They talk about you being that person that's very straightforward. People know where they stand with you. You're always trying to be as honest. Overthinking. Vicki, not Vicki. They're talking about you being that person that people can go to for honesty. For honesty. You're going to tell them as it is because that's what they want. It's okay, Roro Flowers. It's all good. So what we do is we pull, I pull the name for the person that my guides say, this person needs this message right now. And so Vicki, they're like, come on, they're like, Vicki, you're better than this. Come on, Vicki. Oh, Vicki, you're so fun. Oh, it's not Vicki, it's Mickey. Because you need to look a little bit closer at some of the things. Read in between the lines. It's right there. And I think that's what makes it a little bit more difficult, is because it's right there. It's right in your face, and it's not coming with the normal, and I want to say this because she'll know what I'm talking about. It's not going to come in the normal, straightforward way that you would get your messages. I don't know if you get the sensations that go with your messages, like the physicality, picking things up in here and here and here. It's totally new. Like I said, that when my jaw starts to feel funny, I know I'm channeling. When my throat starts to feel funny and it goes like this, I'm slipping into trance mediumship. So there's different ways things come across. So you're just not noticing it. So if you have a new physical thing going on, pay attention. Don't be like, I wonder if I'm getting sick or anything like that. Just pay attention to it and be like, okay, is this mine or is this a message? Or they're asking you to question things. They're asking you to question things. And I know this is just a card that's coming up here, and I'm just going to put it up there. I don't have to tell you about this card. You know about shadow work. I'm just showing you these cards because I think that you get more out of them knowing what they mean than me for you. And something about that is blocking that multidimensional communication. So those last three cards were just strictly for you to interpret. Okay. With that, you guys, I have some stuff to do, so I'm gonna bail out of here. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Don't forget, we do have spots available in Sedona. We have booked Sedona. Actually, if someone who weirdness is showing up and actually does have to do with work. Okay, great. We have booked Sedona September 11th through 15th. It is on a payment plan. So if you want to book Sedona, it's not all out at one time, and it's really not expensive anyways. We have Angela Maynard's already booked, and she's talking about taking a group to the petroglyphs out in I think it's the Dead Horse Head Range or something like that. You can go to the link over here, and there's something on the main page that will take you to booking if you want to check it out. We have an Airbnb with a heated pool and a huge garden and all of this incredible stuff. So if you want to book, spaces are going really quickly within the Airbnb. I'm going to call a hotel local and see if we can set up a discounted block of rooms there in Cottonwood, right outside of Sedona, which is where we're staying. Okay, everybody, have a great afternoon. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.